What up? What up? What up? What up? CSGs, what's good?
CMB.
We all we got.
CMB.
What's happening with you?
Man, we all we got.
How y'all feeling out there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? This mic on? Can you hear me? What's good, everybody? Appreciate everybody for joining us up in here at the Chop Shop post game live stream, and we're gonna be going over the Rockets versus the Spurs. A Texas rivalry. We gotta look at Wemby tonight. We gotta look at Wemby, and he look good. I mean, he straight. He's straight. We didn't have all our guys, just like they didn't have all their guys. You know, but we did what we had. We did what we could do. It wasn't nothing real impressive about this game at all. You know what I'm saying? I got two takeaways. Jabari, he's on track to be a top 2 or top 3 option for this team. And Shangoon, he I don't know if he's trying to focus too hard on defense to where he letting his offense just slip and lag, but it's just the preseason. It's just the preseason, but he need to work on it. Those little floaters he was doing last year and falling, like, ain't none of that working. Around the goal, it just seemed like he rushing everything, that he need to take his time. It seemed like he putting a little bit more pressure on himself to be good, to where it's starting to affect him. Don't seem like he's playing loose in the regular Shangoon. But like I said, it's preseason. Spurs, they play their guys up until like midway of the third quarter. We just didn't have the firepower to match them. You know what I'm saying? I would say this. I don't know why Ime Udoka started the game with that lineup. That was the worst lineup I think he possibly could have rolled out for our starters, and he did that. Shangoon is not a floor stretcher. Jayshawn Tate is not a floor stretcher. And Amen Thompson is not a floor stretcher. Our spacing was terrible. It was terrible. I was like, man, what is you doing? Spurs came out and gave us
Uppercut.
real quick. They came and gave us
Uppercut.
another one real quick. We was on the ground before we can even get started. It was bad. I was like, dude, why would you start this lineup? I understand you want to see, what we got in some players and let some players sit down. But why would you start this lineup? It was like the ugliest lineup I ever seen. Granted, it's preseason. These games don't count. These games don't count. But I'm still like, you can still see, get a look at. We got 4 quarters. You can still get a look at everybody within those four quarters. Why would he start that lineup? I don't know. But, we missing Jalen. We missing Tari. Dylan Brooks sat out. Fred VanVleet sat out. We just couldn't match the firepower, especially with Wemby on the court. But that lineup was like weird. I was like, did Ime Udoka get body snatched by Steven Silas? This is like a tanking lineup. It was like, I was just really baffled by that start lineup. I really don't have too much to say about this game, positive or negative. It's just like, nah. Like I said, Jabari, he looked good. He had a little stretch to where he brought us back within like 9 points, and then they set him down, and then the wheels fell off. You know, I see y'all boys talking about structure and all that. It wasn't even about having structure. We didn't have no true point guard really out there that knows what he's doing. Yeah, man was out there, but he's a rookie learning. So I wasn't expecting, once I seen that lineup, I wasn't expecting to see any type of pretty basketball. I wasn't expecting it. That's just what we was gonna get. And our spacing just was terrible. We saw some Boban. He came in, you know, as do his little usual stint as the team mascot. But I would say I like Williams. Williams looked good. I think he could probably get into the 11-man rotation. 12. We're gonna play 12 guys. Williams, he can attack the basket. He uses angles correct. He can hustle. I like him over Hinton. I like him over a lot of those guys. Truthfully, Jacques Landale, he still look like he's trying to get his legs up under him. Cam Whitmore, he looked good in the stretch, but he was just taking some bad shots. It was preseason, you know. It's preseason. That's all, you know. That's all I can gather from this. Udoka just was trying to find some stuff. He just threw some stuff up against the wall. But maybe y'all seen something that I didn't see. But I was like having flashbacks from last year. Like, oh, this is ugly. This is ugly. Ugh. I wanted to turn it off, you know, but I was like, nah, I'm finished watching this game. But it was just ugly, man. Like the lineup to begin the game, that was like the most frustrating part of the whole game. Like, why would he start that lineup? It just didn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna even read off no stats because nobody's stats is good enough to read them, truthfully. Except for Jabari, he had a good game. Like I expect. I think anytime I did see him shoot over Wemby, but I don't think Wemby was trying to block a lot of shots tonight. For like on the perimeter, he was being more of a rim protector. He wasn't really even blocking shots on the perimeter. Because I seen a couple of guys, he just let them shoot it, just put his hands up there, going through the motions. This game was just like, oh, what am I watching? Oh. I don't know, but I'm not gonna take nothing from this. Don't overreact to this game, just like we shouldn't have overreacted to the last game, even though we won the last game. It was just an ugly game, bro. And I'm not going to spend 2 hours up here talking about this game. For real, because it don't deserve 2 hours worth of time to be talking about on the cool. So I'm going to let y'all come up. Maybe y'all got some insights that I didn't see, but I didn't see nothing special about this game to where we can really just analyze what we seen. It's just, you know, it was just a run. It was just we suited up and came out. That's all I can say. But Ime Udoka didn't do us no favors with that lineup, and it took him forever to change the lineup. I'm like, okay, you seen 4 minutes of this, get him out. He let him play the whole first quarter. I'm like, what's Ime doing? What is Ime doing? But it's preseason. Y'all hit that link. Come on up. Holla at your boy Space. And get your takes off because this is not going to be a long stream. I swear. It's not worth for me to be up talking about this till 12 o'clock, and I got to get up at 5 in the morning. So y'all hit that link. Come on up, chop it up with your boy Space, and get your take off. Get your takes off. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. Or if y'all don't want to come up and talk, I shut the stream down because I didn't say what I had to say mostly about this game. It was pretty ugly. Who we got in here? Got my boy Ringleader in here. What's happening, Ringleader?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's happening, man? How you feel about this game?
I feel like you said, it's just preseason, but it just, man, the way Shane Goon been playing lately, man, it's just, man, I gotta see what this regular season do, man. It's more about the center position that I'm worried about. Everything else, I ain't really too much concerned about, but that center position, man, I don't know, man. It seems like Collins down there killing. I don't know, man. That's crazy.
So you don't think you don't think he gonna find his legs, his rhythm? I think his offense is eventually gonna come back. It seemed like he rushing on offense. Usually he'll take his time, do pump fakes, head fakes. Seemed like he's just getting the ball and trying to go up with it quickly instead of just taking his time, being calculated and getting the defense to move and get them off their point and their stance. But it's like he just, okay, I got the ball, I'm gonna go up with it. Getting it blocked, Wimby blocked it a few times. Then it's like he's either hitting the front of the rim or behind the side of the rim. Like, bro, just take your time. Use the backboard if you have to. But he ain't doing none of that. His footwork don't even look the same. I don't know if he still, because at the beginning of the training camp he had a little ankle issue. I don't know if he's still laboring from that or not. But I figured if he was, I don't think they'll play him. You know, it's just preseason. I think they'll just sit him down. I don't think they'll have him out there playing hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
His
so.
three ball ain't got built. It's just like we're gonna have to see what this regular season, these first 15 games look like, man, with Shane Gone, because obvious, man, he the only one. Look, he the only one kind of like look like his position is still need. I mean, that center position still need to be looked at. And I don't know, man. That's the only concern I'm worried about with Shane Gone. But everybody else, Jabari, he look good. Everybody else look good, man. But and that dude Williams and Bullock, he just bricking out there. It's preseason game. You supposed to be. I feel like people be saying it's preseason, but that's when you supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying, be able to. It ain't no pressure, so you supposed to be able to knock down a lot of them shots. Ain't no pressure behind that. So when this pressure come through, we're gonna see you know what I'm saying, what people can bring to the table, like Bullock and these players, man. Because preseason, you supposed to be comfortable and just, you know what I'm saying, no pressure, just feeling good about it. It just seems as though
Yeah.
Shangoon's still struggling, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not ready to just trade him. Like I see some fools in the
He
chat
ain't
talking
had
about trade him. Nah, man, we don't
he
need to
ain't had
trade
one
him.
good he ain't had one good regular he ain't had one good game yet.
That's
Preseason,
true,
he
but
ain't had one.
we seen what he can do when he on. You know what I mean? Guys go through a stretch sometimes, and maybe he just going through a
Yeah.
stretch. You
That's why I
know,
said first 15 games, we're gonna evaluate his development and see if he can go on get it together. But after 15 games, we realize he playing like this. We're gonna have to see what's up next year with trying to get a superstar center or something, man. I don't know, man, because that center position is looking rocky, man.
I agree.
I'd rather have a defensive minded center that ain't really just no score
yeah,
than somebody like him that try to score and ain't really just scoring like that, but really ain't got too much of just no presence under that paint. It just, man. I don't know, man. Clint Capella look like we should have got Clint. back over here.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I ain't ready to give up on him. Um, I think he, like everybody, probably adjusting to MA system. Truthfully, um, he's not getting his paint touches as much as he
Yeah,
was
he not
getting them.
he not getting that needle. Yeah, he ain't getting that many paint touches, and his free throws ain't got better since last year. He be missing free throws. It's just like, but yeah, he ain't getting too many paint. They ain't going through him. They going through mostly Jabbar, running offense through Jabbar. He bringing the ball up court. He wasn't doing that last year. Like
Yeah,
he bringing the ball up court, like trying to create for himself a little bit. He looking a little different out there, but like I said, that's the only concern is that center position with me. That's the only thing.
yeah. I'm not gonna take that leap yet to be worried, but I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from, bro. Let's see who we got in here with me. We got our boy Kurt. Kurt in here. What's happening, Kurt? How you feeling,
Yeah,
man?
I just wanna say I agree with that take totally. Ringleader speaking facts here. The center position, yeah, it's a huge concern. But well, I think if we really wanna keep Shingun at five, or keep him as a starter, we really have to surround him with bigger guys, like guys that play above the rim type shit. You know why Turkey is so successful? You know why the Turkish team is so successful? Is they got an entire starting lineup of seven footers. You
Mm-hmm.
see, like they got Jetty Osman at point guard or something. Their team is huge, so
Right.
that's why they can play through Shingun and find Shingun useful, right?
I hear you. I hear
Yeah,
you.
we got to get bigger as a team in general.
I hear you. I hear you. That's pretty much all you wanted, Kurt. You sure you ain't got more, Kurt? Cause I be seeing you talking in the chat, bro.
I mean, I don't think it's time to, trade Shingun or anything yet, but maybe that time will come. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Nate Williams, man, I'm high on him. I'm high on this man. I
Mm-hmm.
think
Yeah.
him and Earl Robinson Jr. or some shit, whatever his name is, they can be like the next Twin Towers. You know, I envision them dominating the Wemby or whatever whoever's on the Spurs right now. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about dominating Wimby just yet. Wimby, he's rookie. He's young. He's only gonna get better, bro. He really only gonna get better. So we're gonna have to see the Spurs for the next 10, 12 years. So get used to seeing Wimby face, bro. Get used to seeing Wimby face. Now I'm not just a like gawking over Wimby or nothing like that. He kind of slighted our team when he was like, yeah, I don't want to go to them. So I don't have that like no love for him like that. But I gotta keep it real, and you know what I'm saying, and say that he's a talent. He's a talent, man. We're gonna have to see that boy for the next 10 or 12 years, I think. Um, that's it for you, Kurt. You can,
Yeah, this is all I got.
you can chime in a little later. Let's see what we got in here. KP, what's happening, KP? How you feeling? KP, you with me?
What's up, CSGs?
What's happening?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Can you
got you,
hear me?
bro. I got you. Yeah, well, I can hear you.
Oh man, I, I I just finished the game while y'all was talking just now. You know what I'm saying? Because I fell asleep on it.
I about to say
It is what it is.
why
I
you
don't
kept
see how
watching
you can
that
do it.
game past
Why-
the third quarter. I don't know.
Because I'm a real Rockets fan,
I
and
hear you, bro. I watched the whole game
I
too
love my.
myself.
I, look, look. I don't see how you can sit up there when these people get these hot takes and that interrupt them.
Man,
You got a man lead.
I let them flow. I let them go off. I let them do what they want to do. Now when the season start, it might be a different story because the games
Yeah.
account. Now the games don't count,
Well,
so you know.
well, yeah. I'm looking for the next game, which they said Coach Inoka said that that's gonna be the real dress rehearsal.
Right.
So I don't know what everybody chomping at the bit for. Mad at Shingun. I don't think we running our real shit yet. You know, we play him in the second game of the season. I don't. That's why he threw out that trash lineup and set four of our main guys. I mean, it ain't that serious. It's a preseason game.
But you gotta admit that lineup was kind of like head scratcher. Like, why? Why would you put these three non-shooting, non-spacing people together? That was just a wild starter lineup. Now maybe in some point of the game he could have tried that lineup, but why start with that lineup? That's the only thing I got to say about the starters, man. That was like nasty. KP must have lost. Uh, he must have lost connection. He dropped down. He'll be back. I got my boy F Tank 58. My boy Frank in here, man. Frank, what's happening, man? Go and get your take off, man.
What's good, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
All right, man. Yeah, that was a nasty game. Yeah, the lineup was a head scratcher. It looked like they was just trying to put whoever is gonna be on the second unit out there. Like, I'm starting to think because I heard the post game with Coach Udoka. They just kind of threw this game, bro. That's what it sounded like. He was saying that they just wanted to get guys that actually get the reps in, and so it just looked like he just picked five people that he knows are actually going to play and put them together because the spacing was horrible. Like Tate, Aman, Shangoon with Jabari and Cam Whitmore. I mean, I don't even know who to, obviously between Cam and Jabari, they supposed to be good shooters, but even they kind of streaky. So then Aman's driving ability wasn't great today, so they wasn't getting in the paint. Their offense kind of thrives off of that. You watch the Celtics under Udoka. He want everybody attacking the paint, driving, kick, driving, kick.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't driving, so we can't shoot, we can't drive. Then what you doing? We just out there just standing around, just bad shooters taking shots, and that's what we saw. And then the second half, they switched over where they try to get Alp and Jabari in the post up to generate some double teams because they saw they was attacking. Whenever Alp or Jabari get the ball in the post up and mid post, the Spurs just send a second man. That kind of got the offense going a little bit. So I was glad they was able to see that and make a tactical adjustment there to kind of simulate getting a paint touch by forcing a double on the post on the low block. So that shows some success. But I don't know who said it earlier, but I agree. I don't think they really. I think there's some gamesmanship going on between because even in the post game conference, he said he saw what they did, they saw what we do, but the real thing is the real thing. So I think they just kind of finessing like the looks. Like they rest their starters, we rest ours. They just kind of going back and forth. And you even seen Pop put in the starters in the second half, like in the fourth quarter, trying to make sure they don't leave with 2 L's, even though it's a preseason. So I don't know. I'm not going to take too much from it. I think, Shangoon's struggling offensively, literally just throwing stuff up. I don't get what's going on with him on that end, but that's not my worry. I really don't care about a player's strength when he's struggling at it. That just sounds like that's like a either he rusty or he's just going through his bumps. I still like the defense he playing. A little bit over aggressive on this game, but overall I think you'll be pleased with his defense. I agree. We talked about this space on our last podcast. I think we need another big man there because they don't have anybody rotating to the basket whenever they bring out our centers to go screen. So if they draw out Shangoon with a ball screen with Collins or whoever their big is, the back end wide open. Pause. Like the whole, there's nobody that's rotating over. It's supposed to be Jabari, but he's not doing it. Everybody else is short, so we short and undersized, and we just need another big man and a lot of shooting, bro. So this game did expose some of our weaknesses overall on the depth side, because what y'all saw is going to be our bench, and if they can't sustain keeping leads or at least not being blown off the court, then it's going to be a long season. So I hope they do try to upgrade those positions.
Facts. What about Tate? What do you did you? What do you look Tate look like to you tonight?
A little doing too much,
Yeah,
Same old,
We
same
was
old.
talking about it earlier. Like when he stayed within his lane, he's cool. When he tries to be everything that, like, if Tate's strengths are like he can ball handle, he can attack in the post, he can do all this stuff, be a secondary playmaker. It's cool as icing on the cake when he's just a hustle guy. Like if he a hustle guy that okay in spurts, like 1 or 2 plays, he attack or close out, get to the rim, or he post up a small. That's cool. But when you require him to do it full time, then we in trouble. And I think today because of the all the injuries and players sitting, they had him trying to play point guard, and he was just going. So hopefully, you hope he fall back when the real team is there. But I like Tate. I'm not like hard on him like everybody else, but yeah, he was doing. Who made me really mad is that Aaron Holiday had a terrible game, bro.
Pause.
yeah, he did.
Like he played bad. Like I was like, he looked bad, bro. I was like, man, they might cut him after this game, bro, because that was just nasty.
Bro, why did that man throw that ball right to Wimby? Did you see
Man, I
that
don't
man?
know what
Wimby was right there, bro. And he threw it like, bro, this dude got an 8-foot wingspan. Of course he's gonna get that. You know what I'm saying?
He threw up a prayer, man. He's just out there like he just, just F it, That's all you gotta do with
Bro,
Wemby. You was like everybody.
Bro, I swear I bust out laughing at that. I was like, bro, what the hell was that? Why would you even try to make that pass, man? Yeah, Aaron Holiday was bad. And one more person I want to get your take on is Jock Lindale, man. What's up with your boy?
He
You need
offensive,
to-
I like he hit them threes, but he just look unsettled. Like he don't look like he's comfortable. Like he's bobbling every pass. He settled down towards the end of the game, but like he playing against like I don't even know who the center was at that point. Like and that's what I was telling y'all. I don't think he's a backup center. Like that's not a guy that I feel comfortable with. Like we going from Şengün to Londale, to me that's a big L, bro. That whole center rotation is trash right now.
Yeah.
And so we just need to upgrade it somehow, some way, shape, or form. Either by committee. If Şengün gonna be average this year, we need another average player that can sustain, whether it's defensively, preferably defensively when he's not on the court. Because Jock Landale is not an average NBA player; he's below average. So I think that's going to be an issue. So I can't even decide what we need: worse shooting or a big man. That's how kind of bad it is right now.
Facts. Your boy DJ Generation in here then throwing them around like Christmas, man, giving out memberships. First he gave out 5, now he gave out 10. Good looking out, DJ Generation, the chat boss. Where you been at, boy? I see you came back in full strength, man. He said that he missed the game, but is showing love to the CSGs already. DJ, you know what I'm saying? You know how we rock. DJ giving them out. After they finish going off, I will read them out and see who all got a membership. But
He's the best
yeah,
for real, man. I got
Kurt,
big love for him.
Kurt, you still up here, Kurt? Or did Kurt drop out?
What'd you say?
Why Kurt? Why you think DJ Generation is like your personal sponsorship? Every time he see DJ in the chat, he come in clutch, and every time you ask for one, bro, you end up getting one. That
Man,
ain't
he's like
weird.
my agent. He's like Rich Paul to me, you know?
That boy Kurt always asks,
Clutch.
what DJ at, man? He gonna give out some memberships. And every time he come through, give out some memberships, Kurt end up getting one. It's like you manifest those memberships, bro. Nah,
Say
but
Space, can you hear me?
KP, you back?
Yes, sir. Man, you was chopping up, and then all of a sudden I got dropped. So my bad. I had to call back in.
Yeah, you back with me. Let me get to a Big G. Big G.
Hey, what's up,
What's happening, Big G? How you feeling, man? I don't think I ever seen you up here, bro. This your first time?
Yeah, my first time. Appreciate you, man, for having me on, man. I just want to talk a little bit about my Rockets, bro. I've been a a life longer, bro. 45 years, bro. I'm so old head over here. But so
already.
I'm just trying to think about like the identity of this team, bro. Like, what are we gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was excited when Coach Emi became the coach because he cut from that Coach Pop stuff, right? He a defensive minded coach. So I think a lot of the schemes that he's brewing up is going to be really like focused on the D. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to overreact to today, right? It is what it
Oh,
is. But we got to like really think about personnel that's going to be that type, right? Because even in Boston, he was like that. So, and they was winning games. So I think it's going to take some time for these Rockets to really understand those schemes because they intricate. Like it's like chemistry, right? It's like he cooking some stuff up. They're gonna take a while to brew up and make right. So I'm not gonna overreact. I think we're in a good spot. I mean, we didn't hold the Spurs down the way we need to, but it's preseason, and I actually low key like a lot of what I saw. I saw 6 steals from Cam. I know I'm giving him a lot of shit in the chat, but you know, 6 steals? That's a lot, bro. That's good. If he's gonna be that guy, and the other guy's gonna like kind of like go amen as well. Like I think he's a defensive minded guy. Like we're gonna stop dudes, bro. We're gonna stop teams that might have more offensive power on us. And we got the offense too. Jabari's a stud. Let's just be honest. Like, Amen's coming in. You know what I'm saying? Sengun's gonna find his way, bro. Like, he's gonna get there. And I think it's just a product of learning all this shit at the same time because they weren't playing defense last year, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So that's the way I see it. Like, I think it's just learning curves and growth and figuring stuff out for Emi. Emi system's gonna be tough to figure out. That's all I had to say. Appreciate you, bro.
Nah,
Respect, man.
you spitting facts though. I think before you go, I think we our identity, and Frank, let me know if you're on the same page. Our identity is gonna be defensive minded. Turning teams over just like you said, with steals and tip balls and once we do, if we get the ball off the rebound, we want to run fast and get it up court and push it. And the more we can do that and be great in transition, because just because the way the he wanna flow, Udoka wanna flow his offense into defense. He want his defense to lead into offense, get easy buckets, especially with a young team that's really not structured like minded yet. Like we're not the Bucks, we're not the Lakers, we're not. So we want to try to, not, I don't want to say eliminate half court, but not rely on half court offense and defense as of yet, because they still got a whole lot of growing to do. Now, once we get older and more mature, then you'll see it probably slow down, walking the ball up, getting the sets, running sets, and doing that because they already got the mindset of knowing what to do and the experience of knowing where to be. Right now, we're learning, so if we can beat teams by being more aggressive defensively, paying attention in transition, getting the ball out. I think that's what our game. I think that's what our identity gonna be this year. Probably, possibly even next year.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. I think, like he pointed out, it's gonna take time. It's only been 3 preseason games, and I mean, like if you guys watch the Celtics under coach, they took a whole half a season to get right. They were a 500 team going into January before they went into the super stretch they did to make it to the finals. So if those are grown men, grown players that have been in the league, been in playoffs, went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they still struggle under the system to adjust. I mean, what y'all think with some players that's rookies and people playing under Steven Silas? So it's just, I mean, and we have 4 players out that literally is like the most important players on our team. So it's really not much. To me, the biggest thing I took away from this game is that our bench depth is not that good. And what I mean by that is, yeah, I think we got about eight and a half guys you could roll in the season with and win games. But if one person get hurt, we in trouble. So that's why I just think they need to like bolster that up just a little bit by either adding a guard or another center, and at least that'll give you that one extra body in case Fred go down or Jalen go down or if Alperen go down, the season might damn near be over because he the only like viable center we have right now, and that's scary. So they just need more, at least one more play, in my opinion.
Facts. Let me read off these new members that was gifted the in the super chat from my boy DJ Generation. Let's see who got a membership. Who is this? Sean Caleb, Romeo, Kurt, Samuel Holsworth, Icy 1025. Who else got one? He gave out 10. Yeah, Thurgood Marshall, Brandon Pimpson, David Nguyen, Voodoo, Tony N, John Whitlock, Fee, Furcon Cam, Ray Ben Handsome, and your boy CH. Now y'all are now members, so y'all give a round of applause to my boy DJ Generation coming through and dropping them, them giving off them memberships, man. So yeah, now if you wanted a rebuttal, Big G, you can go ahead and give a rebuttal, or you want anything to add on to what we said, or any response?
Nah, I like what y'all said. I think it's all identity right now, trying to figure that out and trying to become something, because in the past we never really been about defense. I think this year we're gonna learn that, and then next couple years, guys, we're gonna be some juggernauts, bro. And then we can score. Like, we're gonna be winning some games.
Facts. I gotta agree with that. Who was in here? EF Hutton or I think EF was in here. EF Hutton, what's good with you, baby? How you feeling? I know somebody getting traded today.
No, we ain't trading nobody.
Yeah, you ain't trading nobody here.
Nah, man, I'm gonna add a little light to the, lights in the end of the tunnel, man. Everybody needs to calm down. I'm with Frank like this.
Can you speak up a little bit? EF?
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Şengün is one of the most promising young stars in the league. It's because of his offense. If he's not feeling exactly how to get in the rhythm, and that's what it is right now. It's a rhythm thing with Şengün. Şengün is a very rhythmic player. Boom, boom, boom. Feel you, bump you, boom, boom, boom. And so that's how he's used to playing. He's not feeling his rhythm right now. So what we have to do is we have to give Şengün a little time to feel how his rhythm is going to be impacted by the structure of the offense. We got to give Email a little time to build up that confidence to say, you know what, we're going to let Şengün cook. You know what I mean? I don't want to, Russell Wilson jinxing, but that's really what it is. Şengün got to be able to cook. I'm not really tripping on too much else. I want to draw some attention to something that people probably not seeing. It's something that I recognize a lot, and I talk about it a lot, about Tate. When Tate starts to beat fast, and you see him going into a vibe, the tempo of our team changes. He don't have to do it. I mean, he might be doing a lot, but it's when he get into a real active mode that he changes the energy of the people around him. That's called being a force in sports. So if you notice, when Tate was out there, we started to make a comeback. From the end of the second quarter, I think we was like 4 minutes before the end of the second quarter, and you can see Tate rubbing his pants legs and licking his lips, and here I go. And then the energy just changed. Next thing you know, we down by 9. By the middle of the third, we down by 9. And I agree with what I don't know if it was Frank or Ghost that said, it's the same thing I said last week. He not finna pimp his hand. You know what I'm saying? He's not finna pimp his hand out right now to Pop, because he understands that it's a long game, and it's not just about this year. It's about years to come. It's about let me shake it up so he can never know what I'm gonna do, because this guy's always 2-3 steps ahead of everybody play. I'm not finna give him that edge over me because I know how he thinks. I've been under him all my life. So Ime is and even if he's not that smart, he's at least smart to say, let me respect this man by showing him I learned from him. You know what I mean? So I've learned all this stuff from you. I'm gonna show you all the tricks you taught me. I'm gonna use them against you so you can respect that you know that I learned from you. So that's what we seeing, a little chess match going on between E-Man and Pop. I'm cool with that. Slow down on Amin. Slow down on Amin. Amin is a point guard. He's a point guard. Now, as a point guard, sometimes you realize I have to score. And it's just that simple. Sometimes as a point guard, you say, you know, I got to kick the ball to this guy, this guy, this guy. But then you think about it. I'm 6'7". I should be able to blow past this man. I kind of got to score to try to give my team an opportunity. I got to put pressure on the defense. I can't sit out here and shoot the three. Nobody's really cutting. Ain't no Reggie Miller, Rip Hamilton running off the baseline. So let me just put some pressure on the defense. Now when I put the pressure on the defense and I'm past this man, damn, the best shot is me right now. It's not really a pass Victor when Wembanyama open right now. It's not really a kick out to Jay-Sean Tate for the elbow three. It's none of that really makes sense to me as a point guard. So the best shot might be me. If I miss it, I miss it, you know. And the same thing kind of with Cam. I'm saying the same thing with Cam is, you know, a lot of, hey, I'm going to go to the goal and I'm going to bump this dude and damn, I really can get this off better than I can kick it across the court. So, you know, he missed a lot of shots tonight, but there was a lot of shots at the rim. He missed a lot of bunnies. He missed a lot of layups. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? He'll make those, and you know, as he progresses, and we need him to take those shots and feel what adjustments do I need to make to get him off better. We seen farther as the game progressed that he started to make an earlier move. Instead of, you know, getting closer to the basket and exploding, he started to adjust his body off the second or third dribble. And get the man off balance before he got to the rim. So those are things that I saw, and you know, I'll chime in a little bit more later.
Already. I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I think the lineup that we had out of there kind of took a lot of his available options away. Even when those wasn't there, the reason why those wasn't there is because they not shooters, you know, and they was pretty much inside the 3-point line, and the defense wasn't respecting them guys as shooters. So he couldn't drive and be as, you know, show his athleticism like driving to the paint because it wasn't nowhere to go. It was like bodies everywhere. You know, every corner you turn, it was like bodies was really everywhere. So that's kind of has something to do with the lineup that Udoka chose to start the game with. Let's see who we got with us. Shark Shock. What's happening, Shark Shock? What's good with you?
Hey, what up, guys? Good to talk to y'all right now. I got a little rant about this Rockets team.
Come on.
So F-Tank was alluding to it earlier, and he's probably going to drop a video on it this season, but I want to talk about the elephant in the room. Opposing teams are going to crowd the paint on us this season and dare us to shoot that ball. Now, we saw it tonight. There was kind of a lot of crowding in that paint area. I'm really worried about I'm actually seriously worried about Sengun. He needs to develop some kind of like mid-range. He needs to be some kind of mid-range threat, if not a 3-point threat. Something in like maybe the image of a Tim Duncan or maybe even an Andrew Bogut or something like that. Somebody who can just hit that mid-range shot consistently. He has to be a threat from there. If he is not a threat from there, they're just going to crowd around him. Like we saw it tonight. They just crowded him. He was getting befuddled. He didn't know what to do with the ball. His teammates were not supporting him when he did get in those situations. So I'm seriously worried about that. And yeah, I think he needs to elevate his game to be that kind of threat. I'm also worried just about our overall shooting as a team. KPJ, you know, he was supposed to be our best shooter. He's supposed to fill that role. He's going to be out, not going to be with us any longer. So where are we gonna find that? And so I'm worried that someone's going to need to really step up outside of Bari to be our 3-point shooter. I'm looking really at Tari, Jalen, Tate, Sengun, Amen. Really everybody on the team. We need somebody to shine as that 3-point shooter because we're young, we're athletic, we're smart, but at the end of the day, we cannot shoot the ball outside of Bari. We're not going to be able to out athletic every team in this league. That's just where I am right now. I just want to see what y'all think about that. I'm really worried about the shooting.
Yeah,
I think
Frank,
we forgot one
you
name
want to
there.
take that one, Frank?
Yeah, I agree, man. The shooting is concerning. I said that I said that like before the season started, just looking at the roster, and Kevin Porter, regardless whatever his situation is on the basketball note, he's a double hit. Like he screwed the team twice because we lose a secondary ball handler that we definitely needed somebody that can get in the paint, and also the shooting, the spacing that he brings. So it's almost like losing two players. So they definitely with this trade that they just did with Oladipo and JRE, they need to address a position of need, even if it's on the boundaries. It ain't even got to be nobody that's like a known name. We just need somebody that could shoot. I mean, it was bad just watching that lineup just go out there and just chunk up a bunch of shots. And there was a lot of them was open shots. And if we can't hit our shots, our threes, then the math ain't gonna be in our favor. The team is just it seems like an afterthought right now. I know this is not the final form they're gonna be in. This even this year, probably by the deadline, you may see some things shake up. But the way they're built right now, it got to be defense, and they just got to play hard every single night. Because you can be athletic, but at the end of the day, we just saw with the Spurs, skill and IQ is going to beat athleticism in basketball most nights. So you can't just dunk and outrun everybody. Guys is cutting on you. They setting screens. It's hard to keep up with that. And the Spurs system is beautiful to watch, man. I ain't gonna lie, as a basketball fan, you just love watching what they be doing, and they really punish us uh, uh, every both games. But now I'm with him, bro. We need shooting, bro. It's real bad.
Yeah, shoot. Do you think we need to run like a hybrid zone on some of these? Like, I think that's probably what's gonna probably have to be done, especially like when we play them in the regular season. And not just give up switching just to switch. Because sometimes the zone is like a curveball and it throws
Yeah.
NBA teams off. You know what I'm saying? And just get into that zone every once in a while and just to throw them off. Because if they know you switching, especially with Wemby on the court, they're gonna try to get that mismatch every time down the court.
Yeah, switching is a gift and a curse, and people think it's like it's easy, but it's not. Especially when you play teams that run motion and they do a lot of movement off ball. That's why I always go back to that Rockets team, the 17-18 Rockets that went to the Western Conference Finals. They were so talented defensively because they were like on a chain, just how well they switched. People say like you want to go against the Warriors, you just got to switch 1 through 5. That is so hard to do on that team, but they did it the best out of any other team in that era. That's why they were able to compete with them on a night to night basis. And I don't think switching is like your go to. It shouldn't be all you do. You got to be able to switch it, like you said, bro. Zone here, some drop here. You can play a little bit of this here, maybe a hybrid, like you said. But I think Coach Adoka said at the start of camp, they're going to start off with a foundation and then work off of there. I do not think this is the only looks you're going to get from this team. They just giving you vanilla bread and butter right now, but guys got to be able to execute that. Then you can add layers to it where you say, okay, now we switch in, let's trap. We're going to trap this guy off the switches. I want you to, you can build off a lot off of switch,
Right.
but they just got to start somewhere. It's going to look ugly, I think, for the first like 15, 20 games. But once it click, then guys will be more natural. They'll feel more comfortable. Then their talent will start coming out. And I want to say this. I think for Jalen and Şengün, I don't know. Somebody has said this on the live stream. I don't know if it was the last one or the one before. Them playing defense may also be impacting their offense. And somebody pointed it out. I'm looking at it. Everything is short. Everything is, but they're giving so much effort on both ends of the court. I just don't think they're used to it. And so that may be something that their bodies has to adjust to, their conditioning has to get better. But on Steven Silas' team, they, a lot of times they just chill and throw their hands up when it got dropped. But they trying, and even for Jalen, he fighting around screens, he hustling. it's taking a little bit of something off. It's a type of player that's a two-way player.
Right.
That's like a rare thing to have. So hopefully, like I'm not really worried about there. I think it'll come around later on, but I like the effort all the guys are playing with.
Already. And I like to shout out to my boy Devin95. He been a staple over here at the Chop Shop. And he finally became a member. Appreciate that, Devin. You already know how it goes, so I ain't even got to break it down to you. Appreciate that finally becoming a member. Good looking out, bro. Who else we got? We got my boy DJ Generation in there. What's happening, DJ?
What's up, fam? I've been real.
We got an echo.
Oh, hold on. Is that me?
Yeah, it's coming from you.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see some. I closed out of YouTube, so hopefully it shouldn't be coming from there. Is it still echoing?
Let me see. Yeah, it's still echoing.
Let me see. Let me try and lower it. Hold on here. Did it stop when I went on mute? I just went on mute to test.
Yo. It's still there.
My bad. Well, I'ma just drop out. I was just gonna say what's up. I did have a quick question. I don't know if y'all can still hear me through the echo, and then I'll drop out of here. It seemed like from what Shark and Frank said, we definitely need a sharpshooter. So it sounds like we really need three things: a solid playmaker point guard like a DJ Augustine, a sharpshooter, and an athletic defensive rim running big. And then also, I guess the Frank point, I always thought, and you too, Ghost, like, I always felt like whenever we tried to run that like switch defense, only except for that exceptional team, like what Frank said, when we had like a lot of like elite defensive players, I swear the history of Rockets, they never run it right. Like somebody always late in rotation or something, and I never understood why they keep trying to run it when we never run it right, except when we have like multiple elite defensive players. So I was just wondering, do you see them like what you said, Ghost, where they may switch to a hybrid or something? Because I never see them run it right unless they had like all of those special people like Baamute and Tucker, you know, at one time. And also, I had one more thing. I can't think right now. But anyways, I'll get off because I know I'm echoing.
Yeah, I mean, I think eventually they'll get it. You know, it's gonna take some time. They're young, they're rookies. They gotta figure out the chemistry. It's a new system, defensive system. Like Frank said, they're gonna add layers to the switching. I think what MA want to do is like switch I think his switching is going to be his go-to whenever, but he need everybody to know that switching principle before he add anything else to their plate. So I think eventually they'll get it. And yeah, MA's being a coach that he is, he's gonna switch it up and throw curveballs in there, but he got to know for a fact they can at least run one defensive set great, and I think that'll be switching because, like Frank said, it's a good thing to have. It's a good gift and a curse. If you can switch, you can almost switch on any team, but you gotta have the principles down pat. You can't have these lapses and people forgetting to pick up this guy on the switch and this guy on the switch. But I think that's kind of what we're gonna be leaning on in the future. Frank, you got anything?
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Yeah, I think you start off there. Switching is a tool. It's not, you can't switch every game, 82 games. Teams are gonna abuse you, but I think you could switch 1 through 4 and have your 5-man play like in a drop. I remember they used to have. Remember, they used to have Shaq play the zone in the paint. They had a man playing zone defense in the paint, and just let everybody else switch around him, and he just guard the paint. So there's a lot of ways you could use it. It's just one, you got to have the personnel, and one thing I think between Fred and Jalen, we too small to switch that much. They too small. Jalen too small, Fred too short.
Yeah.
And then if you don't have the personnel, then it's kind of hard to do. But I think they'll figure something out. Just play to the strengths of their players.
Facts, facts. We got my boy Michael Goody in here. What's good, Mike? Mike, you with me? I can see your camera. I can't hear your voice though.
Might have to unmute Mike.
All right.
All right, I can hear you now. Mike, you with me? You looking frozen. All right, I think you good now.
Hey, I've been getting dropped out. I done got dropped out 5 times already. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that, bro. I'm like, KP keep leaving and coming back. Like, is he getting
they
kicked
keep
or?
Yeah, keep kicking me out.
Oh, okay. Maybe we gotta figure out something with that. Maybe we gotta figure out something. Um, if anybody, I'm gonna go ahead and put up the chat. Last call. If anybody want to come up and get your take out, cause we ain't gonna spend too much time on this game, bro. It's not that serious. You feel me? Ringleader, I see you came back. What you got? You got something?
Oh yeah, let me say this last little thing. You know what I noticed too, that I feel like besides Fred Van Fleet and Jabari, a lot of our players ain't comfortable with taking the 2-point shot.
Yeah, that's facts too.
And they can't shoot the three. Jalen Green ain't too good at the three, and it's just like, what's up with the mid range? Right? Who gonna have the mid range besides Jabari and Fred Van Fleet? That's kind of scary because once you take that out of your game, like Harden did, take that 2-point mid range out your game, just want to jack up threes. That's starting to get boring when they missing out on threes, and it's just like, come on, take a two. I've been seeing so many times they had options to just shoot the 2-pointer, and they just don't want to shoot it. They just want to pass. Man, it's just crazy. And these two games, you seen how it slowed up when Fred Van Fleet took that 2-point shot to slow the game down when we played yesterday against them when he took that two and knocked it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm noticing. I'm like, when they ain't shooting the three, they start, when the three ain't falling, they start trying to attack the rim. And then once the opposing team notice they threes ain't falling, they clog up the paint, and then they just get discombobulated. They just lose hope. They just stop fighting. They just start jacking up threes and missing threes. I don't know, man. That's why KPJ he gonna shoot the two. He gonna shoot the twos. Even though we ain't got him no more, he take mid range shots. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We need another guard or something that can shoot the two, man. Chris Paul, somebody that can shoot the two. Like, that
Yeah.
two means something when you need a bucket. When you need a bucket and ain't nothing falling, and you shoot a two like Fred Van Fleet did the other game, it kind of like gave us kind of like a little hope. Like, okay, let's slow it down. We can knock down a shot. We've been missing. He hit the two. You know what I'm saying? Get in the rhythm of the flow, and we ain't got no good 2-point shooters, bro. No mid-range shooters. We ain't got that besides Jabari and Fred Van Fleet. Everybody else want to jack up threes.
Perfect.
I'm not gonna lie to you, ringleader. I agree with you, bro. Like, you really, that's a great observation on the cool, because it's kind of predictable when they know you're gonna shoot the three. If they run you off the 3-point line, you just gonna go straight to the hole. You're not gonna step in, 2-3 feet in from the 3-point line and shoot a jumper. So they gear up and get ready for you coming to the hole, because that's the only thing you doing is shooting threes or going driving to the hole. So yeah, bro, I would have to agree with you there. Maybe we do need to start taking more 2-point shots. You know what I'm saying? I would have to agree with you that on right there, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Frank, you got anything to say about that? Frank still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. Nah, he on point. I think it's just part of the growth of everybody's game. Once again, I always use the Celtics as a baseline to see what stuff's supposed to look like, and he exactly right. Tatum and Brown both got, in the playoffs especially, they're getting that mid range, work out the mid post. You've got to be diverse, and I think that's where we want to see development from Jalen, especially as a scorer, is to have all sort of different scoring abilities in the game. So, but I think most for him, one thing I think that will also be helpful is for him to be able to drive and kick the ball out. Once he drive, he still kind of got a ton of vision of just trying to score. When he collapsed the defense, like it's only Fred I'm seeing that's doing that right now. We just need just better IQ but I just feel like all of this will take time, and once they get it, it'll click. And I just got my mind on January as the time where it's like they just kind of put it together a little bit. But y'all just be patient. It's just they just learning and figuring out who's who or where they go. Nobody want to step on nobody's toes. But once they get that hierarchy, who's the scorer, who we give them the ball in the fourth quarter, who we start off the game with, who it'll flow better. So it's just a matter of time.
Facts,
But
facts.
Jabbar been taking
We're gonna try to go to Mike again. Michael Goody, what's good? You good with
Yo,
you?
I'm here.
All right. Michael Goody back. Go on, get your take off, fam.
All right, this is what I want to say. I was going over the preseason games and the last year games, and what I seen different is the defense. And when we add that with our team, we got a nice team, man. We just got to let them get used to playing defense because they weren't used to that with Steve Silas. He just let them run around court and get highlight dunks and do all the shit they want to do. Now they playing defense, so they have to get used to that. At running the flow up and down and playing defense, so they got to get used to that. Add that with what they already got, and we gonna make some shake this season. I really believe in that. You know what I mean? And that metaphor, that defense is what we've been missing. And you know what I mean? Add our rookies, and we just got keep on giving our rookies some minimal time enough to develop, and not just sit them on the bench. They gonna be all right. You know what I mean? And Fred, he is short, but he can steal the ball. So you got to leave him on the floor because he's a game closer. That's what we added him for, because he's a closer. In the fourth quarter, that's what you need. Because Jaden Green ran out of gas in the fourth quarter. We need that closer. That's what we need. That's why we were losing games. You know what I mean? And we added that. And when we added them type of pieces and got rid of KPJ because he don't know what to do in fourth quarter, he get the ball and look crazy and want to throw it to Jaden Green. And Jaden Green go dunk. He want to go for a dunk. He competing with him. You don't want no players that's going to compete with your other players. You want your players to help each other to win. You know what I mean? And Fred is gonna help us to win. He gonna get over that hump. He might be short, but he can close games. That's what we need. And that defense gonna help us. Jabari got to step up and stop playing so small. He got to step up in the paint. And he got to put his hands up. I like that. Everybody playing more defense is what we need. Defense win games. All the close games that we won this preseason, they were close games, and the defense won them for us. Know what I mean? And that's what we need. We need that defense. Defense gonna kill all that from last year. We gonna be a much better team. JJ Redick even said we need defense. That's what we been missing. And we added that. Ime Joker is the key, man, to success, man. Defense.
Yeah. I agree with you, bro. Like, I agree. And like Frank had alluded to earlier, maybe them having to play defense and actually giving effort, every defensive possession is affecting their offensive game a little bit, and I can see that, bro. And we are playing much better defense than we was last year. So Jalen them just gotta figure out almost how they gonna have to pick their spots on offense. Truthfully, they're gonna have to spread the wealth and pick their spots on offense, because we gonna need them to play defense like they've been playing the whole season, and not just when they get on offense, not just try to go and score. Like, pick your spots, end of the first quarter, end of the first half, To close the game, that's when you really, focus on going hard on offense as well, trying to keep that same intensity on defense, because that's what really what make superstars when in the closing moments, like you said, Fred VanVleet, he can close. Like that's when they're gonna have to pick their spots. Like, man, we gonna give up this. I give up a couple of shots, a quarter, so I can keep that same defense. But I'm gonna go hard in the fourth quarter to finish out the game in as far as offensively, bro. So they won't get gas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you brought up a good point, bro. Frank, you got anything to add to that? Frank still with me?
Yeah, I'm still my bad, bro. My computer tripping. Nah, you spot on, man. That's I agree with 100%. It's just going. They just gotta picking their spots. Yeah, I think pacing themselves, knowing when to go off, how to slow the game down. I think that's the real thing, especially for Jalen Green, slowing the game down. Like back to the mid range thing. When the game was getting out of hand, Fred just got into the little coming off the screen, hitting that little mid range shot. That's like you could slow down the bleeding a little bit with them type of shots, or if you got a lead, you just nurse the lead like that. So it's just they just gotta just learn. That's all they can do right now is just learn and develop. But to me, this also go back to just how poor their development was over the past few years um, under the old regime. Like this is stuff that they should have learned. Like even the young guys from the Spurs, them dudes ain't as talented as some of the dudes we got. And I ain't talking about Wemby, but just the Devin Vassell and all the other guys. But they know how to play basketball. They were coached really really well, and it
Right.
shows in their. So we got to catch up. That's all. We paying for the sins of the past, but we'll get there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Anybody want to wrap it up? Give your final take off. It could be for this game or next game, what you want to see or whatever. E.F. Hutton, you've been quiet, man. You want to start us off?
Oh, give me a minute.
All right, hold on before you go. James Pierce said he'll be happy with a healthy Oladipo. Bro want to get in a time machine and go back to 16 2017, man, because that man ain't been healthy in 5-6 years, dog. So yeah, man, you might just that ship done sailed, bro, if you ask me. um Voodoo said that's a big ass bottle of lemonade. I like my juice, man. I like my juice. Um, Ringleader KP, y'all got anything to wrap it up with?
Yeah, man. Hey, what I want to see is I want to see a lot of a lot of a lot of more feeding the ball to Shangoon so he can get him into his groove in the beginning of the game. Try to get him some little bunnies. Try to get him to see the ball go into the goal and see if that builds up his confidence and get him back in the rhythm of what he was last year. And if we can get him back to where he was last year, or a little bit better than what he was last year, we'll be all right. But other than that, like Frank said, man, if not, we're gonna have to start evaluating that center position, man. That's the only thing I can say, and that's what I'm gonna stick with.
Already. We got us a super chat from my boy DJ Generation. He says, Frank, this for you, Frank. You with him? You with me, Frank?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I got multiple tabs open. I'll be getting lost in them, but I'm here.
All right, DJ says, Frank, is Orlando and OKC good examples of developing the youngsters, right? And what do you see the Rockets if they had been developed right originally?
Yeah, OKC is a perfect example of like what we kind of all wanted, which is to still lose games, but at the same time not at the expense of lack of structure and developing the players to then when the time comes where you actually need them to win, that they're ready. Um, but I mean, that's what it would look like for our players is just playing under a system that they feel comfortable in and knowing just basic fundamental concepts in basketball that they can feel comfortable, like defensive positioning, not overhelping, knowing when to rotate, little stuff, just holding them accountable for them things. Like how coaches doing this. Imagine if Jalen Green's rookie year was this, where if he didn't play defense, he wasn't seeing the court. What would he be in year 3? You feel me?
Yeah.
What would Alperen Şengün be in year 3 if he couldn't see the court unless he was given 100% on defense? Or any of these players. What would Kevin Porter have been under that where they didn't even play him if he was pounding? So that's really what the fallout is now. So for them, they got to just catch up. The one thing is though they're so talented that gap isn't that wide, and it's not like they don't work on their game. It's just within the context of a team basketball playing. That's where the issues are going to come in. Jalen Green stack up with any player, young player in the league as far as talent, but when you put him on a court with 4 other players, you can see for him, Jabari, for well, not so much Şengün, but he has his flaws. You know, when he played, but as far as because he played on Turkey, so he kind of used to that pro game. But for some of our real young guys, they kind of like defensive rotations or how to pace the game, or okay, it's fourth quarter, I don't need to take a bunch of threes. It's not time for a heat check. Let me slow it down and get to the free throw line. I see Franz Wagner doing stuff like that. I see Paulo Banchero, you know, he ain't efficient, but he still do stuff like that. I see,
Right.
you know, damn near everybody on OKC do that. So it's just we just need time. They getting like a crash course from Ime right now. So, but them kids like sponges, so they gonna soak it up. And I think when their talent matches their IQ, I don't know who was saying it, but we gonna be up, man. I still think that we have a special core, and you add in the rookies, and when they develop, it's just gonna take time.
Facts. Michael Goody, you got anything to lead us off with?
Yeah, I do. I want to say, I want to see more Şengün moving his feet more on defense than offense, and I want to see a little more Cam because I feel like it was just made a way for him to be on the floor with us because so much diversity. He fall away at 20. KPJ leave. It's just like it just fell into his place, and he got a chip on his shoulder, and I want to see more of that. You know what I mean? And I feel like he a good player. He very diverse. You know what I mean? He's 6'7", 230 pounds. Like, and you can put him at the 2 or the 3. You know what I mean? And he very diverse. You want to see more of that from your young guys because you want your team to develop, but with new wave teams, and everybody's getting better at bigger guards. You know what I mean? So you want to see more of that because they more switchable. It worked with our defensive scheme and our offensive scheme. You know what I mean? He can switch. So I want to see more of that. Even though it's gonna take time to develop him, I still want to see more of him on the floor. You know what I mean? It's gonna help his development to pick up fast because we need that. Because we need more score. We need more defense. You know what I mean? With KPJ gone, we don't know what our true identity is right now. So we still trying to figure out different lineups. You know what I mean? We got rookies and we got G League players that we throwing around the mix, trying to see who we're gonna put in these lineups. And right now, that's what the coach trying to do. He's trying to figure out different lineups. And I want to see more of them rookies, man. I think they capable of putting on a good show in this league, man. For us, if we, you know what I mean, we keep the minutes rolling with them. Not saying they deserve all the minutes, but they deserve to be on the floor.
Facts. I hear you. The only thing that's probably gonna stop the rookies from getting a whole lot of burn is we're gonna be trying to win this year. We ain't trying to give no more picks to OKC, or or no real good pick at least. So we're gonna be trying to win. So they might slow roll the rookies at the beginning of the season, and then once we figure out probably where we gonna land, if we close to the play-in or we out of the playoffs, you'll see them get a little bit more burn maybe after the trade deadline and things like that. But we gonna be trying to win, man. So we don't be surprised if you see a lot of heavy minutes from our veterans that we got. So E.F. Hutton, you back? So we will close it out on you,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? Last stream I was talking about, we need a guy with some muscles, old school Kevin Willis, being Wallace type,
Yeah.
you know, and as much as I thought about it, I think the name that we threw around was Dwight Howard, and hold on, I'm getting some feedback.
Yeah, that's from you. That's on your end.
No, it can't be me. I wasn't just feedback. It just all of a sudden started.
Let me see.
You good now? Try.
No. Okay. So I think that the name we threw around was Dwight Howard. Frank said it right. You know what I mean? And I think it has a lot to do with, when players go overseas and they come back, sometimes they're not healthy enough to do what their heart tell them to do. And when you go through that struggle as an elite athlete or whatever like that, I think a lot of times people come back hungry, and I think this would be a great opportunity for Dwight if he come back hungry. Not feeling like, okay, I'm over here shooting threes and hitting jumpers so I can go to the NBA and do that. But feel like, if they need me to hit a jumper, I've always been able to do it. But I know they need me to protect the rim. I'm still super athletic. I'm still more athletic than probably any big in the league right now other than Giannis. I'm still as strong as anybody in the league right now. I can go over there and be an asset to this team. Yeah, obviously he would want to play for a contender, but I don't think he really, beggars can't be choosy. And I don't think Dwight really got that kind of ego to where he like, I only want to play for the Lakers. Nah, I think he'll come back and be like, okay, Ime with a bunch of young guys, and I know I'll get significant minutes. I think that'll be good for Dwight Howard. I think he's the exact player that we need right now in this time. Somebody who come off the bench and just really be athletic around the rim, live threats, rebounding, blocking shots, and all that kind of stuff. I think he'll be the greatest guy for our team right now. With that being said, again, I reiterate this point. Yes, Ahmed Thompson, is struggling, but I don't think it's skill level that's struggling. I think it's structure. The structure of the offense is struggling because this offense is not really set up for, just assists. It's set up for assists if you got shooters like y'all was saying earlier, but we don't got Jason Tatum's and Jaylen Brown, spot up shooters and stuff like that. We got dribble shooters and creators and stuff like that right now. So what what Ime is going to be doing in the next couple of days is figuring out, how he can tweak the offense. I'm pretty sure he did a lot of tweaking so far, but he's going to be figuring out how he can tweak the offense to get the best out of the guys when they come back in, which includes Şengün. Yeah, Jalen Green is going to be, the probably the focal point of the offense, but it's not going to be like volume shots. It's going to be like, okay, we need to put pressure on the defense at this point. Jalen go plays. Like he said, he don't really call plays for Jalen, but Jalen will get his in the floor of the offense, and it's going to be up to Van Vliet and those guys to make sure the ball is rotating. I'm not worried about our team, but I think we showed what our team actually is tonight. Our team is a team that when we make shots, we'll compete with anybody, and that's how most of the league is. When you miss shots, you can shoot yourself out the game. And we really need our defense to make up for that when we miss shots. That's what defense is doing in the NBA today. Defense is not like, we're going to have limited possessions in the game. We're going to play great defense, and this team going to score 89 points. That's not defense. That's Jeff Van Gundy, Tom Thibodeau defense. Now defense is we're going to shoot volume threes, and if we get stops, that'll allow us to get back in the game if we're making threes. And if the other team is, if we contest these threes, we're making those 3-pointers hard for the other team, which we tried to make 3-pointers hard for the team. Vassell was just knocking down shots tonight. That's not something you can really hold against our team. Like I hear a lot of people saying, we was trash. We really wasn't trash. Them dudes just hit shots tonight. They just flat out hit shots. And I think as far as Victor Wembanyama goes, Victor Wembanyama, the nutmeg play, was to me, that was his highlight of the day. Not the shot block, not the little dunk, he 99 foot tall, dunking over somebody. That don't really mean nothing to me. But the nutmeg crossover from that angle, because he's high off the ground and he got the perfect angle to do that nutmeg, but you don't know where the ball is going to come back up at. You know what I mean? Because usually when somebody nutmeg you, the ball is coming back up low. But he did that and the ball bounced back up high. That was a crazy move to me. And like I said, I like what Cam is doing. I'm still out on Aaron Holiday. I like Samuels Samuels, if he ever get his, poise down, he gonna be a contributor for us, man, because he's very active around the rim. I like his change of direction dribble. He able to get inside of the defense at will, So I think we're really looking good. This Miami game, it's gonna be easy for us because Eric Spoelstra not finna, he's not finna really sweat this. If he don't sweat the regular season, he definitely not finna sweat no preseason game. So this is gonna be, should be an easy game for us. But I think, like Frank said, I think it was maybe KPJ or what's called it, said that the first 15 games is where we're going to have to see if RP can really get going and how that's going to look for us, man. And I really think we up, man. I think we got a good team going forward.
Facts. And that was ringleader. That was talking about that.
Ringleader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trading somebody in November around Thanksgiving time.
Man, I don't know if you're gonna wait that long. We got about 10, 12 streams in between. You gonna trade somebody before then? But, I don't think you gonna go through trade withdrawals, man. You need to get you the trade app on your on your phone and see what type of trade machines you can.
I'm not even leading. We done had people trade Victor Oladipo already, and I don't even think we can trade him yet. And people already done traded his contract 2-3 times already.
Man, he getting waived. Like I don't even think he gonna be here to even trade him. I'm pretty sure he's getting waived. He's hurt too. Nah, man. We ain't keeping Victor. Maybe for salary, but I don't even think that long. Yeah, man. So when we play again Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Yeah, I believe we play Saturday. So everybody stop back by and holler at the chop shop. You know how we do it. Obviously, preseason post game show for the Miami Heat. I've been trying to get here early enough to do a pregame, but my job just don't want to let me be great right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for sure.
I kept refreshing, like, man, they're not gonna do a pregame. What's going on?
Yeah, man, my job just don't want me to be great right now. Every time we get there, like right at 4:30, they be like, "Hey, go do this real quick." I'm like, man, I'm trying to get out of here at 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
But y'all know how jobs be, man. They want to get every little minute out your day. But even if I do end up making it, I'll do a pregame show. But for the most part, they ain't been trying to let me be great, bro. So don't just count on the pregames, but when I can, I will do them. But for sure, we doing post game live streams for sure. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Appreciate all the super chats and the memberships from my boy DJ Generation came through like a boss today.
Perfect.
Got to give him a perfect and a hand clap. Good looking out, DJ. Appreciate that, baby. Appreciate that. And all my guests came up and on the panel gave off takes. Y'all know how we rock. Keep rocking with the Chop Shop. We're going to be here for you. Rain, sunny, sleet, snow. We're going to be here for you, man. So y'all keep on keeping on, man. Appreciate it. Everybody be out. Let's go. We still Houston Rockets. We all we got. CMG. CSG.
We all we got.
We all we got, baby. All right. Y'all take it easy, man.
All right. Just take.